your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat and flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, beat and flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready to break. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, defense.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, Stidham to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Yep. Hey, wahoo! Check Mike 57, Mike 57, go!
Third and long, it's Stidham. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
You got 3 down.
Darnold. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
I I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's go.
Darnold a sneak, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now Darnold keeps it, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Stidham goes underneath here to White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go.
Stidham sets to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ready up. Hey, Delta.
Focus, defense, focus.
Get it.
Now it's Stidham. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Ready? Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 3. We got 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Cannon. And some space here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Smooth.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Let's go, Tackle, let's go. We got this.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Go, 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 go.
Line 52.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Delaney.
Right 52, right 52.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. He's got Smith here. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Stidham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Stidham on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Stidham. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Keep breaking them balls up. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Blocker, let go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Stidham to throw. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Deb Little trying to power it in, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
He's checking, he's check 3. 218, chop. Switch. Go.
On third down, a run from White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
We go, set. Mike, 57. Time to go, night. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We go, young lady. Here we go. Hey, time.
Darnold from the gun. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
It's our time. It's our time, guys.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On the return, it's White. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
On the ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Hey, high 7. Snap.
Stidham, third down from the gun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Agnew now to return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Cannon. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run again with Cannon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Darnold from the red zone now. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stidham. And it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stidham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Stidham looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And got his man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for New England. 77 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with White. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll try and run it with White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
52's the mic, boys, 52.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The open man is Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run. This is Cannon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Red 80. Go, go, go. Yellow 80. We're going to set.
Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
You go tight. You got it tight.
On third down, here's Cannon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah. I got you. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, Alpha. Switch up. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Let's go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
30 base. Hey, wahoo! Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
First down, here's White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's Stidham. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Let's go now. 8, read. Check. Watch 54.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Charlie. 54, right, 50, clear. I got you. Mike 5-4.
Stidham to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He he's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hey, two. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54.
Check back, check back.
Go. Move. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. 5.
He'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. You better put it.
Go.
54 is Mike. Check. Block 54. Block 54. Come on, D.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
Hey, Delta.
4th down. Here's Stidham. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Cannon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
58, the money.
They go again with Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
dash. Got it on smash, foot on the dash. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash,